Hi there, and welcome back to Lessons Learned. It's been a little while since I've recorded, but as you can probably tell from my background, I've moved. So things have been a little hectic for a little while, but now I'm ready to get back into it and share with you my next top 5. Today, we're going to discuss the top 5 Instagram accounts that kept me smiling and positive throughout the pandemic. Account number 1 is one you've probably heard of at this point. It's gathered quite a bit of traction and gone viral several times, but it is called the Good News Movement. It was started by a journalist out of Boston, close to my home, and she's done an incredible job of cultivating good stories. Sometimes they're older, sometimes they're current, but regardless, keep a box of tissues nearby because those happy tears will definitely be flowing. She hits you in the feels all the time, but one thing is for sure, regardless of whether the story is from a few years ago or just from yesterday, it's going to put a smile on your face and keep you wanting to be a better person. The second account is called Cheap Old Houses. I've been following this account for some time, and they have a newsletter that goes out weekly that you can subscribe to and gets delivered via email, but it is definitely an account that speaks to my heart. I have always loved big, old, cheap houses, not necessarily even cheap, but this account is wonderful for finding those cheap, wonderful old homes that are in need of revival and attention and sharing it to their audience nationwide. She has been able to salvage and help people save many homes that were destined for destruction, which is just heartbreaking. But in the process, you get to see some incredible craftsmanship from all across the country, various styles of homes, and she even has a cheap-ish old houses newsletter as well that is in the next price bracket up for homes that might not need quite as much love, but have just as much character and potential. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was living and working in Los Angeles and had been for 2 years. I made the transition in June of last year back to New England. And I left behind an amazing team and wonderful family that I'd created in my last opportunity. And this third account that I follow is one that I am supremely proud of and love to keep an eye on just to see how things are moving still in Los Angeles. The account is John Reed Fitness _US. It's a project that I worked on tirelessly for a little over a year. And through this account, I was able to see the rest of the project come to fruition. And I get to keep tabs on my team and how the project is continuing to flourish. It's a really fun account, and it's a gym like no other that you've ever seen. So it's a little bit different than the other accounts we'll be talking about, but every time I see them post, it puts a huge smile on my face and I'm filled with pride. The next account is called Wonder Women Tech. This organization was started by a friend of mine in Los Angeles, Long Beach, California, actually, and it has gone through quite the transformation over the past year and a half. It's an organization that was created to support women in the STEM industries, and it had flourished wonderfully, and my friend is incredible, my friend Lisa May, but she went through quite a lot at the beginning of the pandemic. She did have COVID, and because her organization is so grounded in in-person events and creating those connections for women and girls of all ages in those fields, she took a massive hit because of everything going virtual. But she was able to transform and, shift her sales to accommodate the new world as we were seeing it. And she's continued to thrive and flourish. And I'm eternally proud of her, but I'm also so proud of the opportunities and platform that she's giving to women and girls in fields where they usually do not get a fair shake. She's creating it for them, and she has my utmost support, and I'm so proud of her, and I love seeing her flourish. And last but certainly not least, who doesn't just love an account that floods your feed with adorable dogs of every breed? I'm talking about the Asher House. It's an organization that was started by Lee Asher and his drive to rescue and help others rescue, foster, and adopt dogs all across the country. His mission has continued and morphed and is starting to grow rapidly. He is founded and starting a sanctuary for rescued animals of all types and breeds in Oregon. He has a llama, 2 donkeys, some pigs, an iguana, a parrot, and more dogs than one can keep track of. Every single one of their faces puts a smile on my face every single day. And I'm so grateful to Lee for sharing that journey with us and saving those who sometimes can't save themselves. So there you have it, the top 5 Instagram accounts that kept me smiling throughout this pandemic. I cannot be happier that we are getting closer every single day to a world with less distance and less fear and hopefully less masks pretty soon. I know that everyone is apprehensive about going back to quote unquote normal, and I think that's completely normal, but I'm ready for it, and I hope that you are too. And in the meantime, if you need a smile on your face, I hope that these accounts help you to find one. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and below, share the Instagram accounts that helped you get through the pandemic. Take care, and we'll chat soon.